Oh, happy holidays, everybody. Welcome to the Chicken Box. It's cold. It's getting cold unless you're on the West Coast or in Africa, somewhere where you can enjoy the warm weather. I'm so excited about today's Chicken Box. It is Black people versus Christmas dinner. Okay. Before we get into it, I'm your host, Impeccable, or co host, Impeccable. And this is the Chicken Box, powered by the Afro American newspaper. Yes, the oldest black business in Maryland, 130 years of informing, educating, and inspiring. And we are so excited that the new year is approaching, which is every day, actually, for people who don't know it. Every day is actually a new year. Think about it. We have our special guests joining us today all the way from Jackson State, big time graduate, Aria Brent. Aria, welcome to the Chicken Box. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I feel like I'm too hyped now. Let me
It's okay. I can match your hype if you need me to.
all right, all right. Dr. Draper, our CEO of the Afro. Oh, you got the holiday cheer.
At the holiday cheer, listen, it's snowing in Dallas.
You in Dallas?
I'm in Dallas and it's snowing. Flurries. They'll call it snow. They probably shut down everything.
Yeah, you better be careful. Stay off the street. They're not seasoned drivers in the
That's
snow
true.
down there.
Well,
Hey,
it's flurry. See, Aria and Courtney are from natural cold places, I believe. Even though Aria spent the last 4 years or whatever number of years down in Jackson State. Congratulations, Aria.
Thank you very much. And yes, ma'am. Ohio is going through it currently as we speak. There not a lot of snow, but they're talking about the roads are going to have a lot of black ice and it's not safe and things of that sort. So I'm staying in the house.
All righty.
absolutely. Stay in the house, y'all. Especially if you got your license at Walmart somewhere. Please stay in the house. Don't endanger yourself or anybody else. Courtney, happy holidays. Welcome to the Chicken Box today.
Thank you. Today we're getting hit with this blizzard, so I have to go prepared because the last time it hit, like we literally got snowed in. It's bad.
Where are you? Where are you?
Like Chicago, so we
Okay.
get we get hit with like the negative degrees, snow, the black ice. It's crazy.
Absolutely. Well, we got a nice little four corners of the generations here. I, of course, represent the Gen X. Aria,
I'm Gen Z.
you Gen Z.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Courtney,
Gen Z.
of course, and Dr. Draper is
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm a millennial boomer, but I think gonna be a Gen Z boomer or something. Yeah.
absolutely. So let's get right into it, y'all. It is time. The streets are getting packed. They're talking about all this bad weather around the country. And so everybody is trying to get these last minute gifts. Why do you do it? And everybody's trying to get to the store at the last minute for Christmas dinner. Is Christmas dinner still a thing? Let's start with you, Aria. Is that a thing in your family?
Yes, Christmas dinner is absolutely a thing in my house. My mom has given me the privilege, if you would, of being passed down the golden spatula. Now, I don't know how much of a privilege this actually is because I know my mother and I know that she is not done expressing herself through culinary arts nor having ideas that she wants to see put on the table. She's just done executing. She doesn't want to cook anymore. So I know that this year, in spite of being given this privilege, as I said, I'm just going to be micromanaged. That's all it is. I'm gonna be in the kitchen trying to do things my way. And no, 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 that's not right. But in my household, it is definitely still a thing.
Still a thing. So what is Christmas? Where is Christmas dinner? Is it at a specific space every year or does it rotate?
Um, it's usually in the living room just because our house is set up where we have a dining room, but it's not like a designated space per se. It's kind of connected to the kitchen. Who we're anticipating kind of changes. Sometimes we bring home my great grandmother. She's 101.
What?
Last year we weren't. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last year we weren't able to because if my family has consists of like 6 or 7 people, like 5 of them had COVID. um, but we usually try to bring her home. We'll sit her at the table. Somebody will sit there with her. But if you kind of eat up about 30 minutes later, you're eating in the living room. I don't know. There's a bunch of spaces in the house to be at, but yeah, it's always here.
It's always at your house.
Always, never fails.
Never fails. Okay, we're gonna get back to that. Courtney, what does Christmas look like to you? I mean, Christmas dinner. Let's get to the dinner part. You know, we know what Christmas is. You excited, you go to sleep early, and you hope something's under the tree for you, I think. But what is Christmas dinner? We talking about black people versus Christmas dinner. We're gonna get into what we cook in a minute and what we eat. But welcome to the Chicken Box and happy holidays, everybody tuning in. Courtney.
With my family, we do it more like traditional. My sister, she got married, so she moved. My brother also moved, so we pretty much just like keep it amongst ourselves. Like immediate family, we get together. We play games. That's so important to us. We bond by doing that, watching movies, and of course eating dinner. But my youngest brother, he is growing up, so we're thinking about doing more like destination um, Christmases in the future. We want to travel, experience like new cultures. We just want to switch it up.
That sounds good. I know some people do that. Dr. Draper, tell
Yes.
us about your Christmas dinner traditions or what you got going on.
Well, we had a tradition where everybody got together, usually at our house. So maybe 40 people, we would cook like the main meats, and people would just bring, you know, whatever they were led to bring. Sometimes we did a whole menu thing so we can make sure we didn't have 10 macaroni and cheeses and no collard greens, but that's what we used to do. This year, there still will be family gathered in Maryland at my brother's house, and that's going to be really really fun. Sorry, I'm going to miss that. And so yeah, so that's I mean, but always a dinner, always a dinner with lots and lots of food. And the other tradition around food is, and I don't know how I got roped into this again this year, was making lasagna. I do it once a year. That's Christmas time.
Absolutely.
I don't know why though. What the lasagna thing is.
Hey,
It's a tradition. It's a tradition.
Dr. Draper, I did hear the Gen Z come out in you.
You
You
did.
said yeah. You ever notice Gen Zs after they finish talking and they'll just say, yeah.
They say yeah, and then they say no. Wait a minute. They say either yeah, no, or no, yeah. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to work that part. I got the yeah part. Y'all have to help me with the no part.
Right. So I've been part of that tradition. For those who haven't figured it out, you'll figure it out. This lady right here in the box is also my mother. Uh, Big news for some people. Anyway, the big family dinner has been a thing. It hasn't been for a while. So I tried to get everybody together this year, except Dr. Draper was in Dallas. But I got most of the family together. So it's going to be over 20 to 30 people. I even got my uncle to commit his house to hosting. And we are looking forward to a big family. And we're going to play some games, like you said. Y'all put in the chat your favorite game for Christmas dinners, even if you play games. I'm talking about spades. I'm talking about what other games are we playing? Ari, y'all play games at your house?
Sometimes we play games in my house. I try to avoid spades as much as possible because I know my family and just how competitive they are. We might do like Uno, we'll do Monopoly. Um, we're really big on like trivia. So like we might play like Jeopardy or something like that, see who knows the most. We like kind of like brain teaser kind of games. So
Yeah, we like
Uh,
those too. We bought the new Wordle game, so I'm like a Wordle fanatic. I don't know how I got like that. And so there's actually a Wordle game that you can play as a family. We also have, what's the game called? I may not have the name. Where you get your black card revoked. That
Black Card Revoked.
yeah,
We play that. We'll play Cards Against Humanity, stuff like that. Like things where either they're bound to make you laugh or they're like, "How did you not know that?" My family's always looking for a reason to tease somebody. So yeah.
Courtney, what y'all playing?
Categories, we are big on that.
Categories is still around. Okay.
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
love that, and we also play Uno. But like Aria said, my family is so competitive. Like, ooh, they might flip the board with Monopoly.
Yeah.
We don't play about that.
Yeah. Craig said spades will start a fight in Baltimore. That can be true. Look, one time, I guess next year, you know what? Let's put it on the docket. Black people versus card games, and we're gonna get into it because it's a serious serious thing. And if you African American and you went to a historically black college or university and you don't know how to play spades, that sounds like it needs to be a revoked question. But let's get into it. Happy holidays, everybody. If you just tuned in, this is the Chicken Box powered by the Afro American newspaper, uh, afro.com. It's not too late. You running out of gift ideas. Give somebody a digital subscription. Or if they like the paper, they can have a legacy edition as well as a digital. I'm telling you, for less than 2 Uber Eats, go to afro.com now and you can get somebody, check them off the list now. You can give them information, power. Oh, you can give them a whole global package as well as Aria. If y'all have y'all seen Aria, we have a cooking show. Let y'all know something, y'all. Listen, this is the first time, and they worked hard, Dana Peck and Marie Braxton and a lot of others to put this cook. Let me see the cookbook one more time, y'all. Aria is our resident. We have a cooking show. In case you haven't seen it in the Afro, and the cookbook it's regularly $30, but when you get a subscription, it is now a special of $10. It's the perfect gift. Aria, tell us a little bit about your cooking show since I'm right there.
So our cooking show, Afro Cooking, telling our stories through food, and I think we're working on kind of just reformatting it. Nonetheless, though, if you ever see this smiling face on a Facebook Live and Instagram Reel, any platform that the Afro has, understand that we're making something good and tasty. So sometimes we're doing Facebook Lives, other times we're doing Instagram Reels. Like I said, right now we're in a reformation, if you would, of reformatting the show and the way that it comes out. But we're doing recipes that are in the cookbook. We're doing recipes that come to me and I decide I want to share with you guys. At any point in time, you guys are able to write to the Afro, and whether that be whatever platform, email, via Instagram, y'all can hit me up directly at aria.brent and tell me what it is you want to be that you want to see made. And we're looking to make it. I love food. It is something I'm extremely passionate about. It is a way of merging cultures, and like the way that we're deciding to use it is a way of telling our stories as African Americans here at the Afro. So I try to make a lot of my recipes special in some way, shape, or form, where they kind of mix into Black culture. I haven't premiered it with y'all yet, but one of my favorite things that I made was sweet potato chicken and waffles. And it was like, okay, like you just take the sweet potatoes and you put it in the waffle. But then I took the chicken and I dipped it in like the yam juice. And so I told my mom about the idea, and she was like, this is probably one of the blackest things you've ever come up with. And I was so proud of it because not only was it Black, but it was good. So if you're looking for some good home cooking, something that's going to warm your stomach, something that's going to make you say, wow, why didn't I think of that before? The Afro on any of our social media platforms is definitely the place to be. We've got some great content on the way in this coming year.
Yam juice, y'all. Black people versus Christmas. Then I don't know if any yam juice will be in your house. It probably will be in Aria's house. Man, yam juice threw me off, Aria. Anyway, I'm trying to get myself together. So look, what has over the years, what do people say when food is really, really good? Like that food is. I know what the Gen Z say, so I know what y'all gonna say. But let me see, Dr. Draper. Well, let's see what Courtney. What do y'all say when food is really, really good?
I guess in Chicago we say, "Ooh, this is bussin'."
I just knew you were gonna say bussin'. Anyway, Aria.
I don't want to speak for my generation, but like me personally, like in my household, you put your foot in this, ain't you? Mm-hmm. Right. Like stuff like that.
Dr. Draper.
Yeah, we with the foot. Sometimes though, Ari, we say you put both feet in this. Not just one foot. You got both feet in this one.
Right. If it's real good, we'll specify. You put that pinky toe that you always hit on the night table. You put that in here, didn't you? I can taste it.
And why do they say it's so good? You make you want to smack your mama? Is that still a thing? Did that ever?
Yes. Yes, very much so.
Absolutely. And then we talk about how many. Why are we steady eating? This got a lot of calories. Maybe I'm not supposed to be eating it. We just eating it and talking about our health and talking about all kinds of stuff, but we eat it.
So now, Christmas dinner specifically, we know that we did not come to calorie count.
Absolutely. People just, whatever they working on, when it gets to Christmas dinner, they
They
cheat.
push it to next year. They push it to the
You
new
just,
year.
you and matter of fact, they figure out they're gonna go the whole week. Oh, it's the holiday spirit. I hope it is the holiday spirit at your house. You know, it's somebody who doesn't have. So let's talk about that for a second. And maybe you can make a Christmas. You know, you might can't get gifts for everybody, but Christmas dinner for one person that you know that really can't do it will be a wonderful, wonderful surprise and gift. So if you're shopping and you can, get two. Just get two of everything and surprise somebody with some groceries. That's a wonderful gift. That's a wonderful gift. Thank you, everybody who's been tuning in today. We're talking about Black people versus Christmas dinner. Let's get down to what are the basics, y'all? What are the basics that uh, if you Black, you have to have at Christmas dinner? Anybody, just jump in.
Macaroni and cheese, the holy trinity, as I call it. So macaroni and cheese, candy yams, collard greens.
The Holy Trinity. Courtney, what is a must?
I'm going to say, yeah, mac and cheese, collard greens, and over here we do ham.
Ham. All right, Dr. Draper.
They done took all my musts. But you know, in addition to those musts, you have to have rolls. You know, if they're homemade, that's better. And your cake, you can't go to the store and buy it. You gotta make the cake, right?
You
And
got
make
to.
and make the pie. Yeah,
You have to.
you have to.
Yes.
Patty not gonna work.
Patty not gonna-
Patty does not work at Christmas, y'all. That's what I'm hearing. What is a must? Okay, how about corn pudding?
It's good, but it's not a must.
Not a must.
So we do corn pudding. I personally am not a fan,
Oh, yeah,
but we do
you get
it.
mixed reviews on corn pudding whenever you say it.
Stuffing and mashed potatoes are another, like, if we're gonna do top five, the starting five, those are, so the three that I already said, and then mashed potatoes and stuffing for sure. In addition to what Courtney said regarding ham, my family does that. That's always the consistent. We usually do a prime rib as well, but sometimes as like COVID has happened, we try to have less people around. We might do like some chicken leg quarters or a meatloaf or something. Like, we like to have the diversity, but it just kind of depends on the audience that we're having that year.
If you just tuned in, hey Lauren, Gwen, Taryn, Craig, put in what your top two or your top three are that is a must at your Christmas dinner table.
Now, a
We
little
talk
fried
about
chicken doesn't hurt, and potato
fried
salad.
chicken works
Mhm.
all the
Green,
time
green
for
beans.
those who like the fried chicken, and the air fry is definitely made fried chicken back on my list. It's
Quick
just
question.
go ahead.
Do y'all eat green bean casserole? Because I get a lot of flack about liking it and making it, and I feel like it's the
Well,
Midwestern in me.
well,
But
Taryn, our producer, she just put that on there. Green bean casserole.
I like green bean
Y'all
casserole.
must have been on the same. Let's talk about green bean casserole. What is actually in green bean casserole, y'all?
green bean casserole is green beans, cream of mushroom soup. It's literally three ingredients: green beans, cream of mushroom soup, and fried onions. So you take the green
I think I
beans,
like that.
however you have them, the cream of mushroom soup, you know, if you got a little flavor in you, you put some seasoning in it. I always do a little bit of Tony's just because I feel like I can't live without it. You put the like French fried onions in there, you mix it together, you put it in the oven, you let it cook, and then you take it out, you put more on top, more of the French fried onions, and then you put it back in. So it has like a crispy top. The French fried onions with the soup kind of solidify it, making it the casserole that it is. It's really good.
Wow, I thought about that. Did you know like fried or grilled onions almost in anything makes it taste better?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so okay, so what's stuffing look like? What's because
What is
nobody mentioned stuffing. Is it
Well,
still?
different kinds of stuff, and you got the regular
I mean,
stuff.
is it on the list for
Yeah,
Christmas or
it's
what?
on the list.
Absolutely.
It's
So
got
it's
to be on the
sauerkraut.
list. Okay,
Sauerkraut.
that's a side. Okay, so we talking about sides now. So sauerkraut. Oh my god. Anyway, y'all like sauerkraut?
Not for Christmas.
I like sauerkraut with pigtails.
I've never had them with that. I've only ever had them with like Polish sausage. So that's a different perspective.
Try the
Okay.
pigtails. You like it. You'll
I'm gonna
like it.
mess everybody up. I like only sauerkraut with ketchup on it. That's it.
Oh,
Uh, Anyway, if I gotta eat it, this is Black People versus Christmas dinner, and we're talking about if you haven't had lunch yet. Sheesh. Dr. Boware says no green bean casserole. That's the thing. Everybody's gonna like something, right? And then like some people they have to do the main meats, and other people bring their specialty, like what they bring over to the. Is it something that you looking forward to, Courtney? That somebody makes every year? They don't only make it during Christmas.
I'm going to say for the desserts, we do like German chocolate cake sometimes, and of course like sweet potato pie. But I'm always at the dessert table. Like,
So you
I
have
guess,
your dessert before you eat?
yeah.
I know some people who do that. Is that a thing? Did you the real dessert connoisseurs? They go ahead and have their dessert before they eat. Have you noticed
Before,
that,
yep.
Aria? Have you seen that?
Um, I've seen it. I'm not a person who does it. It really depends. Like if it's something, because sometimes you know how we are. Oh yeah, dinner be ready at 4, 6:30 roll around. All right, y'all, come on and eat. The food finally ready. And so if the dessert happens to be ready and nobody's watching, I'm gonna get a little taste test, make sure nobody's getting poisoned. But typically I
Is that
wait it
what you
out. I
call
like
it?
to.
Quality control. Okay.
Yes, I have to. I would rather sacrifice myself than my entire family.
Oh,
So I got to make sure that that's not poison. But I'm usually a traditionalist, and I go, my savory foods, my big meal, and then I put on my good stretchy pants, and I go back for the dessert.
you gotta change your pants.
Yes, yes. I told you, Christmas time is not the time to calorie count at
So
all.
black people, Christmas. Here's a new trick to go back for seconds. Bring your stretchy pants. to we started the thing. Are pajamas a thing at Christmas dinner, or the pajamas are just earlier during the day? Everybody wearing the same pajamas.
They
We
early.
typically do it earlier in the day.
It's earlier in the day. Or Courtney, no
No, my
pajamas.
family, we just wear regular clothes.
So let me ask you a question, Courtney. As you talked about it, let me hear your description of German chocolate cake. Come on, break it down for me too. We're getting ready for this Afro food channel, but go ahead. Let me hear what it entails. What's the German chocolate cake?
Mm. Like flour, butter, eggs. But I do have a secret. I put mayo in there because mayo just makes it very moist. And I know people get disgusted by that, but if you put mayo in like any cake, it's really good. And of course, like a sprinkle of chocolate chips. It has to be very like fudgy for me.
Fudgy. And then when the product is finished, what does it look like?
Oh, it's beautiful. Like it's just chocolatey, fudgy. Gotta go back for seconds.
Gotta go back for a second. Dr. Draper, what's your favorite dessert?
I don't know. I'm still on the mayo in the chocolate cake. I ain't got over that yet.
Well,
Okay.
Taryn
I'm
said
not all right.
she
This
said
might
mayo is just oil and eggs. It's
okay.
great in the cake.
All
Okay,
right,
chefs
Karen.
out there, chefs, talk to
So
me.
this is probably heresy, so y'all can kick me off. But I'm not a dessert eater.
What you talking about, Willis? Anyway, keep going.
I'm not a dessert. I'm not a dessert. Like I don't eat ice cream. I don't eat cake. I'll eat a little pie every now and then, but I'm just not. I'm not a sweets kind of person. So you have to jump over me and go to
All
Aria.
right, Aria.
For Christmas time, the one thing that I always look forward to is my daddy's pound cake. My mom, she cooks a lot, and that's where I got it from. He doesn't, and so the one occasion that we can get him in the kitchen is to make a dessert of some sort, and it's usually like a 5 flavor pound cake. So he'll do like coconut extract, pineapple, orange, lemon, and vanilla. And I know it sounds like a lot, but like it's just a little bit each. And so
Mm,
together, it's just really, really good. It's got the crispy edges, the soft interior, with a glass of milk. Nothing like it.
the 5 flavor pound cake. Pound cake is one of my favorites. My grandmother on the Peck side, she used to make this lemon pound cake that was to die for, and she would make her own drizzle, where she would do the powdered sugar and the lemon juice and whatever else. And when it was hot, she would heat it up and then just drizzle it around the cake. Boy, oh boy, you were cut. Thinking about that. I'm ready for one now. I don't know how many other lemon pound cake lovers they are, but that that sets me off on one aspect. But then my daughter, Morgan, we call her, she makes Morgie sweet potato pies and from scratch. And if she doesn't make them, she can't come in the house. That's just, that's just the rule of engagement for Thanksgiving or Christmas. And I don't know how she makes it, but once it's made, do you like your sweet potato pie cold or hot, guys?
I
Cold.
don't have a preference.
No preference. Courtney, you like sweet potato pie?
It has to be cold. Yeah. Mhm.
Has to be cold. Dr. Draper, you don't like it pie?
No, I know when I eat, it's not that I don't like it. I just am not a big dessert person, but I will eat more sweet potato pie, and it's so good. Any kind of way she does it is fine.
Absolutely. I like it cold as well. And I like we bring out that Cool Whip and put that Cool Whip on it, and I'm done. The crust has to be right, and I'm hungry. Happy holidays, everybody. This is Black People versus Christmas dinner, and you begin to think about dinner. Okay, is it white meat or dark meat for you guys, turkey lovers?
White meat for me.
I'm not a turkey lover, so
Not a turkey
Okay.
lover. No turkey for you on Christmas.
no, sir.
How about in your house? Any turkey?
Mm, is there any in the house? Probably so. My mom typically does like turkey wings. She'll do turkey wings and stuffing.
Turkey wing.
Kind
Okay.
of whether you do like chicken and rice.
All right.
So I'll eat that sometimes, but if we have the prime rib, that's where you're gonna catch me at, just there with a plate of it, some horseradish, some au jus, just going to town.
Au jus. What is au jus again? I forgot.
Au jus is the sauce, or not the sauce, the juice that comes from a prime rib when you cook it. So
Ah,
like
yeah.
me and Courtney were talking earlier about her being from Chicago. Those hot beef sandwiches or whatever, that sauce that they dip it in, that they dip it in is the au jus.
Thank you, ladies. You get me together. Maybe I was the only person who forgot what au jus or didn't know, but in case you remember now when you buy that prime beef, is it meat? You like medium prime beef, guys?
Yes, yes.
Medium. Courtney, medium.
Yeah. Hmm.
Dr. Draper,
Medium rare.
medium rare. Okay.
If you know what though, impeccable. I'm curious talking about cooking. If Aria could tell us a little bit more about the cookbook, what kind of things are in that cookbook, and who those recipes come from, and
Just
I'm
flip
curious.
through like you used. I used to read the Bible like that. Just open it up and just whatever page it landed on it.
Let's see here. So we have, speaking of, I know earlier we mentioned terms that we use to describe good food. Bussin' balsamic chicken. This was sent in by Dominic Nico Lee from Atlanta, Georgia. And it seems like you take some chicken cutlets, some Italian seasoning, some salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil. As far as that balsamic sauce that goes on top of it, you got some garlic, some rosemary, some vinegar or balsamic vinegar, some better than bouillon. It seemed okay. Reading this and just kind of skimming through it, it seems like this would be good on top of a salad, maybe serve with some spinach. Next to that, we have Cajun quiche. Um, this sounds really good for me personally. It sounds like I'm really allergic to it. It has a lot of shellfish in it, thus the Cajun aspect. But it sounds like it would be good for a Christmas morning for sure. If y'all do like brunch, I don't know how y'all's families get down. Uh, Now we're in the breads and the rolls. Well, that was short lived. But somebody sent in a stromboli, which was an air fryer recipe. Once again, coming from Atlanta, Georgia. Um, a little bit of pizza crust, some of your favorite toppings. Pop it in the air fryer. I about to say, I don't know if y'all realize this, but I think that we as Black people have begun to use the air fryer for way more than what it's supposed to be used for. But I'm not mad at it. I personally will put anything, and I mean anything, in the air fryer. Let's scroll through one more time and see what we
Courtney,
got.
what? Courtney, you agree with that? You have an air fryer?
Yeah, I'll like cook a lot of stuff in there, but I can't do chicken. Like I like it fried on the stove. I can't. Not an air fryer.
Well, speaking of chicken, that's exactly what we turned to. So on this last page, Martha Lucas from Atlanta, Georgia, sent in curried meatballs, which are made with beef preferably, some onions, some parsley, some garlic, some cilantro, and then there's a curry sauce made. I can't tell if this is like Indian style curry or Jamaican style, but it sounds pretty good. We've got easy barbecued Cornish hens, which is actually an old recipe from the Afro cooking school that we had during the 1940s. So you get a Cornish hen, you thaw it up, some grapefruit juice, some vegetable oil, some salt, some pepper, and then some crushed rosemary. This recipe was initially put out in the Afro American on June 19th of 1976. And then lastly, here we have some fried chicken that can be made in the air fryer, as we just talked about. Um, and you can use whatever kind of chicken you want. It has here listed some thighs, some legs, um, the basic seasoning, some buttermilk, and then you coat it and you put it in. And this is courtesy of the powerairfryer.com. So we've got some great recipes in here, some really diverse stuff. We've got them sectioned off so that you know what you're getting into. So vegetables and sides, desserts. There you
This
go.
and that.
This and that. I was about to say whatever it is you could possibly imagine wanting to. And then in the back here, we kind of have like um, and not encyclopedia, but a list of like what should be the basics in your pantry, so that for whatever recipe you may grab out of this book, you would have the materials to make it. So we got y'all hooked up with the Afro cookbook.
Thank you, Aria. So different people sent in their recipes, so that was really cool. And then we picked up some from the Afro Cooking School. I have the cookbook. I just want to let our listeners, readers, our viewers know that you also have a QR code in the cookbook, so you can download all of the recipes. If you purchase a hard copy, then you get the electronic copy at no extra charge. And so that keeps your book nice. And the book is laminated too, I think, isn't it, Aria?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
No
ma'am. And then I'm trying to
chicken?
find that QR code to show folks.
Yep, it's in. But don't show it to them too long. They got to buy the cookbook.
This is just a sneak peek. Y'all can't get the full thing.
Wow, that was fast. If you missed it, you missed it. The QR code is in there. This is Black People versus Christmas Dinner. We're getting ready. We're wrapping up. We're putting the last minute touches together. Some people have to have all their gifts by Christmas. I was one that liked to go shopping the day after Christmas. Anybody do that? Try to just give the kids money and say, look, the best deals are going to be right after Christmas. Everything's going to go down, and we're going to go, and then we're going to tear it up from there. Anybody else? I know I went away from dinner. That's terrible. Anyway, I got to thinking about shopping.
Before you think about shopping, the other tradition that we used to have was go to the movies. But now you're streaming everything. But we used to, have Christmas dinner. And I think we disappeared to the movies in case we had to clean up. But we still had to clean up. So you had to clean up after dinner, or you clean up when you came back from the movies. So we didn't talk about the movie traditions. We talked about the games as well. Yeah, so.
Christmas dinner cleanup. Is it a specific crew who's on cleanup, or do you cook and clean? What happens?
Whoever didn't cook gets to clean.
All right, that's one. Aria?
No, I don't clean up afterwards. Because whether I'm the main chef or the sous chef, I cooked. And so with that being said, I am somewhere with my feet up, looking over my gifts, trying to figure out which one I'm going to use first. I do not clean up. I have two brothers and a father, and typically a lot of other men in my house, and they can take care of that.
So the men come in, huh? That's how
Yeah.
that used to be at our big Christmas dinner. The men would come in, we'd swoop in with the trash bags and whatever else we had, and grab all the plates. Actually, we used to you use paper plates, or do you use your fine china for Christmas?
Oh no, paper, styrofoam, whatever's disposable.
Courtney, what about you guys?
Disposable. We don't want to wash those dishes.
Don't want to wash those dishes. Well, for some reason we had to find china at Christmas, and it became quite an adventure that you even had to get the young guys involved. While they over there trying to play, you had to line them up, fellas. Now is the time to get the kitchen back together. Or we got the fellas to serve the ladies too. So we would that would be kind of a tradition in our family as well, teaching them how to just to wait on our I'm not going to say the word, but our mature, seasoned family members. See, I'm losing the word sen, you know what I mean, the rest of it for life. We're going to go with seasoned, matured family members as we move forward into 2023. Christmas dinner. Okay, you know what? We have a brand new producer for the Chicken Box, and I'm going to let her in on the conversation. Let me see if she's there. Taryn, welcome to the Chicken Box. How you guys doing? I mean, how are you doing today?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing real good. Excited to be joining you and hear all of your traditions and delicious things that you guys have been cooking and are going to eat.
So yeah, so here at the Afro American newspaper, of course, we have all ages, all ethnicities, all people. Is all love here, and so, but there is some differences, and for sometimes you not to acknowledge differences does not seem human, right? You want to say human, but sometimes they want to fit all humans in a box. Even in African and the black community, we all are different. Some people like desserts first. Some people don't like desserts. Some people don't like turkey. You know what I mean? And you're looking at them and say, "Wait, you don't like turkey? What? Let me check you out." You know what I mean? But we don't all have to agree and all have to like. So I think I wanted to bring Taryn on because she would say, "Where's your family from, Taryn?"
So my dad's side of the family is from England, directly. My grandfather is from the Isle of Wight. So I don't know if everybody knows, but England is not known for its delicious food. So I grew up with some bland foods, boiled vegetables, that kind of thing. So it's nice to,
Fix your
be
face, all
cooking
right.
myself now so I can add spices to things.
Boiled vegetables. So is Christmas dinner a thing in your family?
It is. It's a big thing. Very fancy too. My mom breaks out all of her special china. She gets the crystal glasses out. The kids dress up and everything. So it's a big to do in our house.
Okay, as you said backstage producing and listening, what's something similar at your table that we spoke about, or which well, let me start with this. What's your favorite top three?
My
That
top three are going to be green bean casserole. I love stuffing. I love. And now I really like sweet potatoes, but I like them differently. My sister makes them with a ton of garlic and onions in them. So they're like a savory sweet potato. Oh, they're so good. Those are my top three. Just mix them all into a bowl and eat them like that.
Listen, I can't wait till we get this Afro studio up. Where we're really going to be cooking in front of a live audience, and we're gonna get a chance to taste this. And a lot of things, even when you watch all these food shows, I wish you just could like get a sample of it. You know what I mean? Or, we could come up with a smell.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision. I've been thinking about that for like 20 years. But then you're not gonna be able to taste it. So it's just arousing that foodie in you and that food senses. But casserole, I forgot.
Stuffing. You said nobody claimed stuffing. Stuffing's my big one. I love it. I
Stuffing is
can't.
made a lot of different
Stuffing's in
ways.
the top five.
Yeah, it
Stuffing
should
has
be.
to be in the top five. Okay, let's go around the horn. How is your stuffing made, Aria?
Um, well, actually, let me readdress that. Dressing, because
Dressing.
stuffing goes in the bird. Dressing is made. I'm not a big cornbread person, so I'll just take like regular bread or whatever it is I have, some stale dinner rolls. Mirepoix being carrots, celery, onion. Um, I always do like some sausage, so sometimes I'll do like sage sausage and spicy sausage. Um,
Mm.
Season it up, mix it together, maybe like some cream of soup, whatever kind, celery, chicken, mushroom, all three if I'm really feeling it. Put it in some eggs, put it in the oven, you eat it. That's all it is. That's all she wrote.
You can tell you a chef, Eric, because I'm right out the box. I'm about to think of stuff, and this is right out the box or in the bag with a croutons. And Dr.
Yeah.
Chris, you shake your head. Go ahead.
Yeah, no stovetop. The best stuffing, but everybody can't eat it, is oyster stuffing. You ever had oyster? Yeah, oyster stuffing is great. So
Well,
either
not pointed to because I can't eat it, but I've heard about it. I know people who rave about it all the time.
yeah, oyster stuffing is great, and so is sausage stuffing. So yeah, that's
What is oyster stuffing?
well,
Stuffing.
it's where you add in oysters to it, either lightly fried, lightly sauteed oysters, and you mix that in as well. And you can do it both stuffing and dressing, because I always stuff the bird. Even though a lot of people now don't stuff the bird, they do everything external to the bird.
Absolutely.
A little butter, breadcrumbs. Now, sometimes I purchase breadcrumbs, but, and I say I don't do a whole lot of cooking anymore. The chef in my house is my husband. I don't give him credit. So I don't do a lot of cooking, but there's some things I used to do, and oyster stuffing was one of them.
Courtney, you like stuffing or
I'm
dressing?
not. I'm not the biggest
Dressing is
fan.
in the outside. Stuffing is stuffed into the turkey. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Thank you for helping me with that, Aria.
I'm not like the biggest fan, but my mom cooks it like completely differently. We use like the Jiffy cornbread mix, and then we use like the white cornmeal, and we put like bell pepper and like
Mm.
water, onion, mix it together, and just bake it. So it's okay, but I'm more of a mac and cheese person.
Mac and cheese. We didn't get to that. Let's talk about mac and cheese because let me tell you that's top three, right? Mac and cheese, and there's all kind of mac and cheeses out there. So let me let you get into it. Taryn, are you a mac and cheese?
I love mac and cheese, but my family traditionally doesn't have it at Christmas. My mom's side of the family is we can trace our lineage all the way back to the Mayflower. So we've been in America for a long time, but we are from right outside of Chicago, actually. So we're Midwest and Northern. So mac and cheese wasn't on our menu.
Mm. How about you, Dr. Draper? Is mac and cheese a thing?
Mac and cheese is a thing, and I have never made mac and cheese, but I've always eaten mac and cheese. There you go.
I think I love mac and cheese, and people going to trip out. But one of my good friends, Craig Talley's brother, years ago said he puts sugar on his mac and cheese, and I sprinkled a little sugar on there one time with a little seasoned salt and sugar. I was done. That's been my mac and that. I don't care whose mac and cheese it is. Still a little sugar. Just don't drown it. I'll even do honey now too. But I love the sweet, salty taste. That's me and mac and cheese. Aria?
Mac and cheese is absolutely a thing in my household. Whoever makes it has to come correct, because if not, everybody's going to be asking who made it and not for the right reasons. So yes, we do not play about macaroni and cheese in my house by any means.
Do you have to I find at these big Christmas dinners that you must have at least 2 pans of macaroni. You can't come half stepping with the macaroni with a little dish.
Mm,
That don't work.
depends. We're always going to have at least the regular, what is it, 9 by 13, and then we might do like an 8 by 8, and that's for if y'all run through this, then we'll put it out. But if not, we just have additional macaroni sitting in the house, waiting to be ate. Because, like I said, sometimes you get a really large crowd. These last couple of years, it's been a little more intimate, but nonetheless, people are going to eat the macaroni and cheese. Like that's a known fact.
I heard a little thing, don't put it all out. You know what I mean? Like some other stuff we'll be hiding in the garage refrigerator or in the other refrigerator. You only put certain things out, and do you hold back the real good stuff? Courtney shaking her head. Yeah, you hold back some stuff that you want to eat when everybody gone. Yeah, I saved a special pan for you, baby. Go ahead. What happens, Courtney? Y'all do that?
The cheesecake, like the kids can't get the cheesecake, and we leave it in the freezer. And once people leave, yeah, we bring it up.
Is this homemade cheesecake?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a family tradition of cheesecake that my cousin made. Well, my aunt made it toward her son, and now my cousin toward his son. So I guess that's their family, and they need to bring these cheesecakes, and they put the different toppings, the blueberries, the strawberries, the cherries. Bring about 3 of them. All right, if y'all listening, bring about 4 of them because Uncle Kevin wants to take one to himself after we leave Christmas dinner. We are talking about Black people versus Christmas dinner, and we even are talking to Taryn, who obviously is of a different race, but she is our new producer at the Afro. We wanted to see what is different. Now, we've always heard this different in the Black and the white community. Pumpkin pie versus sweet potato pie. Taryn, talk to me.
Neither.
Not
Not a fan. I'm not even a huge fan of pie. If I'm gonna have pie, I think I would do like an apple pie. But I'm like a cake and all kinds of different sweets girl. I love making Christmas cookies. I
cookies.
make oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh
forgot
yeah.
all about cookies, y'all. Y'all do
Christmas cookies is where it's at. It's one of my favorite family traditions. I make Christmas cookies all the time. I make Christmas cookies on Halloween. I have Halloween cutouts and stuff.
How about y'all? Are y'all into some cookies out there?
Yep, into some cookies. And so, because my husband is the chef of our family, he has already gotten his cookies done. He is making cookies with his granddaughters. He called them up beforehand and said, "We need a cookie making date." So they got a cookie making date for Christmas Eve, and he even went out yesterday and got himself an apron and some new cookie pans, and he's good to go.
A cookie making day, something fun to do, guys. Usually, you wonder the kids are off, right, and they would love to do something. Even and it's not just for the lady kids, or I mean the girls, okay, because they're kids, okay. You gotta be specific. And my wife would kill me. You don't. She's not a girl. She's a woman. Okay, let me make sure I'm politically correct in what I'm saying, but cookie making is for everybody, and it can be fun, right? And it can be something that you can share. And I love it that Mr. Draper is gonna put on that apron. And at my house they would be, I have some old videos, and they are taking that roller and they roll and they roll. And I mean, the kitchen is a mess when you finish, but the cookies are wonderful. I never really believed in Santa Claus, but I left some cookies for him one time when I was young. They got eaten too. I was like, wait, is it really a Santa? Who ate my cookies? Anyway, this is Black People versus Christmas dinner. We're in the holiday spirit. We said again, everybody's not going to be in that spirit. It is a lot of memories of sometimes people who aren't here anymore. It seems like people pass around the holidays all the time, and sometimes it's just not a good space for everybody at Christmas. And so, while whatever your reason for the season is, reach out to somebody, and they just sometimes just like to hear, or they want to talk to you. And maybe you don't have to talk, maybe you can just listen. And sometimes a cookie wrapped up in a nice little Christmas bag makes a nice gift too. Don't go into debt. We'll talk about that. I wish we could talk about that before, but we can touch on. Don't go into debt trying to get somebody a gift for Christmas. Put yourself in a whole year of debt just for some kind of gift. Give the gift of love. And, give the gift of love during the season. I'm on the box right now. I'm not trying to drag this out, but I think love will carry much more than that gift that you bring. And it's not the amount of money you spend, it's just what you purpose in your heart to give or to do for somebody. And I always call out seasoned and matured family members who you might not see and might not feel safe just because of all of the health conditions floating around, or the black ice, or whatever else is going to stop people from coming. And call them up, turn that FaceTime on, turn that whatever, yeah, your video app, and let them see your face. Don't get so caught up in your thing that you don't call anybody else. I'm off the box. Okay, we're gonna go right to the box. This is the holiday edition, Black People versus Christmas. Aria, you're on the box. Welcome. Wait a minute. Congratulations, everybody. Can we put our hands together for Aria, who is now? Tell me your position now with the Afro.
Yes, sir. So I am now the digital marketing editor with the Afro.
Welcome. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
congratulations again. Do you say the Jackson State University?
Yes, sir. You have to. That "the" is trademarked and copyrighted. Actually, I think we're the only HBCU who has that
Trademark
being
that.
yes.
Okay.
But it
Because
is
all of them
the
say it. All of them say it. But you, Jackson State, the trendsetters, have trademarked the Jackson State again.
yes, sir. So that is
welcome to the future.
I love Jackson State University.
Welcome
Absolutely.
to the real world. Welcome to the
Thank
future.
you.
All right. You're on the box. Last thoughts about Black people or about Christmas and Christmas dinner.
My final thoughts. I think that depending on the household, especially because I've seen the differences amongst myself, the different parts of my family, etc. Um, we do it. We do it big. And I say we as in Black people. I know some people who quite literally pull any and everything out their freezer and just like, we're just gonna go for it. There's some people who are traditionalists. I'm trying to start a habit in my family of maybe doing like different culturally themed dinners for the Christmas holiday. Regardless of what it is that happens, I think that Black people have done a tremendous job of creating a Christmas dinner tradition or a standard, if you would, for that hopefully will last years and generations on. When we're all gone, they can say, well, it's a cultural custom for us to have whatever at Christmas. How could we not? That kind of thing. So for sure.
All right. Well, you welcome to the Chicken Box. Thank you for sharing, and stay tuned for Aria. She is also our chef and our cooking. I don't know, I can't even think of the word now, but anyway, I forgot it. I wanted it to be big. She's our resident chef, and she throws down. Oh yeah, that was another word. She throws down in the kitchen, and the food is amazing. So I can't wait to see you go through the Afro cookbook, and when you get to impeccable spaghetti, you have me on because my spaghetti is, as the kids say, is busting. So anyway, Dr.
I
Draper,
got you.
you're on the box.
And so Aria is a culinary genius. When you
I
say
love it. Thank you. You saved me.
Thank you.
Thank you for jumping in.
she is, and so tell your mother she taught you well. I think what comes to mind when we talk about the abundance around our respective tables and the way we really, as a community, and Taryn said it for hers too, we show out for Christmas meals. You can't help but remember that there are people who don't have anything. Food insecurity is a real issue in the United States and every state of the nation, and so it is also part of tradition to give back. We have a lot of food around Christmas time. We waste a lot of food, and so just the awareness, and then putting that awareness into action, that we don't have a food supply problem. We have a food distribution challenge to make sure that the least of us eat as well as we're talking about, and not just for Christmas, because people are hungry 365 days of the year, especially where there are food deserts, a lot of them that are in urban areas. And so it just reminds me that we have this abundance and we need to also be real intentional about sharing what we have with those who don't have it right now, because as my mother would say, there but for the grace of God go I. And so we all could have a turn of needing what we take for granted now. So being thankful for what we have, but also being intentional about sharing it with those who need it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Draper. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
You off the box. Merry Christmas. Dr. Courtney Alexander. It rings good, right, y'all? Dr. Courtney Alexander. You on the box.
Maybe one day. But happy holidays to everyone. And I hope that you have a blessed and safe holiday and enjoy your family. I hope that everyone tries something new for the holidays. And maybe switch it up this year. Like Impeccable mentioned, like not everyone has their family there. So maybe volunteer this year at like a food pantry, or just like step up and be there for someone, because not everyone has the opportunity to be with their loved ones. So everyone wants to feel loved. So I just hope that everyone has a wonderful holiday.
Thank you, Courtney. Dr. Alexander, I will speak that into your future. And Taryn, our new producer of the Chicken Box, thank you for jumping on unannounced, but we were glad to hear your perspective and your comments. You on the box. about Christmas?
Yeah, I wanna kind of go back on a couple things that everybody said. I love what you mentioned about reaching out to people during this time of the year. I have a huge place in my heart for suicide prevention, and a lot of people don't know that December is actually the month for the highest rate of suicide. So, reaching out to people this month is incredibly important. If you keep some of that food back and you don't put all of it out and you end up having leftovers, maybe take a plate to somebody, like you suggested, a cookie. I've done, the volunteer work in shelters, both at Christmas and the rest of the year. They are incredibly, incredibly thankful for any time spent. Whether it's actually serving the food or even washing dishes afterwards, mopping the floor, they do need a lot of help in homeless shelters, and it's really appreciative any time of the year, but especially when it's cold. And then Dr. Draper mentioned the food deserts. I worked in a food desert, and we were trying in a development company, and we were trying desperately hard to get markets and anybody into these areas. And it is just so important to recognize the privilege that I have in just having all of this here and at my fingertips. And, on top of that, the white privilege that I have in my whole life, and being able to use that to just fight for what people need. And I think around this holiday time is a really good time to kind of, be a warrior for your brothers and sisters.
Absolutely. And you're off the box. The box is the chicken box. I might not have said it in Baltimore. It's 4 wings and fries. It's greasy. It's got salt, pepper, ketchup. Some people like hot sauce. It's got the Western fries. It's got the regular fries. It's in the box. The box is going to be greasy, made it a lot of times before it gets home. Some people put it in styrofoam. The wings are so hot it burns the styrofoam. But that is the traditional chicken box if you haven't been here. But here's where we speak our truth about whatever the topic is. And this is where you can speak your truth. Thank you for tuning in. Happy holidays for everybody who commented. Dr. Boulware, Craig, Jewel. Let's see who else we missing. Laura. And those who are going to listen on the replay. Donald. Thank you. Everybody be blessed. And I'm going to listen to 2 of my favorite. Well, I got 3 favorite Christmas albums we didn't talk about. Got the Motown Christmas. I got Drew Hill's Christmas in Baltimore. And I got the Jackson 5. And when y'all were talking, I just started thinking about Give Love on Christmas Day. I've had that. I had to sing that record at 5 years old, y'all. The teacher wrote the words up on the board. This is what y'all gonna do in the Christmas play. I was a tree too, I think. But anyway, happy holidays, everybody. God willing, enjoy your family. Peace, love, and soul. I'm hungry right now. Talk to you later.